Albury, a city of light and shadow, where prosperity masks the darkest of secrets. Detective Sarah Bennett, one of the city's finest, haunted by her own demons, was about to face her greatest challenge yet. It was a call that would change everything. A body had been found in an alleyway behind the Windsor Hotel. Sarah arrived at the scene, greeted by the familiar sight of flashing lights and yellow tape. The victim was Michael Hawthorne, a high-profile lawyer. His throat had been slit with precision. Beside him lay a tarot card, the Hanged Man, a message from the killer. Sarah and her partner, Detective Mark Davis, began piecing together the clues. The medical examiner confirmed their suspicions. The killer was skilled, precise. Hawthorne was involved in several controversial cases, representing some of the city's most notorious figures. One name stood out: Victor Russo, a crime lord currently on trial for multiple charges. Hawthorne was Russo's lawyer, defending him in a high-stakes trial. They interviewed Lisa Hawthorne, the victim's estranged wife, who stood to gain a substantial inheritance. Lisa denied any involvement but mentioned Michael's recent paranoia and secretive behavior. A search of Hawthorne's office revealed a hidden compartment containing files on powerful figures. The files detailed corruption, blackmail, and illegal activities involving some of the city's elite. Hawthorne had been planning to expose these figures, using the trial against Russo as leverage. They discussed their findings over coffee, realizing they were up against powerful enemies. That night, Sarah received a threatening phone call, warning her to drop the case. Memories of her brother's unsolved murder resurfaced, fueling her determination to find the truth. They dug deeper, uncovering more suspects with motives for wanting Hawthorne dead. One of Hawthorne's clients, disgruntled and fearful of exposure, provided valuable information. A lead took them to an underground gambling den where secrets were bought and sold. A shady character gave them a crucial tip, pointing to a secret society known as the Black Hand. The Black Hand was a clandestine group made up of the city's elite, manipulating events from the shadows. They set a trap, using the files as bait to lure out one of the society's members. The plan worked, and they captured a key figure who revealed the society's plans under interrogation. The Black Hand's plan was to control the city's future by any means necessary. Realizing they were now targets, Sarah and Mark raced against time to gather enough evidence. A high-speed chase ensued, with members of the Black Hand hot on their trail. They narrowly escaped and regrouped at a safe house, determined to bring the Black Hand down. They devised a plan to expose the Black Hand at a press conference, risking everything. The press conference was packed with media and city officials, eager for answers. Sarah presented the evidence, naming the powerful members of the Black Hand and their crimes. Chaos erupted as the named members were arrested, their reign of terror coming to an end. Sarah and Mark received commendations for their bravery, but the battle was far from over. The case of Sarah's brother was reopened, with new leads emerging. Sarah confronted the mastermind behind the Black Hand, a figure from her past connected to her brother's murder. A tense standoff in an abandoned warehouse brought the truth to light. The mastermind confessed, revealing their role in both the murders and the society's plans. Sarah arrested the mastermind, finally bringing closure to her brother's case. The city began to heal, with reforms and investigations into the corruption that had plagued it. Sarah and Mark reflected on their journey, acknowledging the cost of their hard-fought victory. Sarah visited her brother's grave, leaving a flower as a sign of peace and closure. As one chapter closed, another began. Sarah received a call about a new case, the city's darkness never truly gone. Standing on the rooftop of the police headquarters, Sarah looked out over the city she had sworn to protect. Mark joined her, and they spoke of their hopes for the future and the battles still to come. Life in Albury continued, with its moments of light and shadow intertwined. Back in the office, Sarah and Mark prepared for the next challenge, ready to face whatever came their way. The city of Albury, a place of secrets and shadows where the fight for justice never ends. This is just the beginning.